Welcome to the Soccer Sphere channel, football fans. Today, we will discuss 7 fatal decisions Sir James Ratcliffe has made since managing Manchester United, including the dismissal of Dan Ashworth, Ten Hag and Ferguson. But before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications so you don't miss the latest updates on football news and football matches. Soccer Sphere. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has made many major changes since taking over part of Manchester United's ownership. One of the most surprising moves was the sudden dismissal of sporting director Dan Ashworth. Ashworth only lasted one transfer window at Old Trafford after joining from Newcastle United in July. Despite lengthy negotiations over compensation, Ashworth eventually chose to leave the club by mutual consent. Ashworth's departure is not the only major decision Ratcliffe has made since taking over a 27.7% stake in the club in early 2024. The journey has been fraught with controversy, but Ratcliffe remains focused on a grand vision to return Manchester United to the pinnacle of world football. Ratcliffe is committed to transforming United into a more successful club with world-class facilities for fans. This process has only just begun and will continue to accelerate over time. Through the key decisions made, here is a series of steps Jim Ratcliffe has taken in his efforts to change the future of Manchester United. 1. John Murtoa's resignation. In 2023, Richard Arnold, Manchester United CEO, stepped down ahead of Ratcliffe's arrival. Shortly after, John Murtoa, who served as director of football, also announced his resignation in April. Ratcliffe thanked Murtoa for his dedication and support over the years and wished him well for his future. Following the resignation, Ratcliffe began making changes to the club. Omar Barada was appointed CEO in January, while Jason Wilcox became technical director and Ashworth became sporting director, although Ashworth eventually left the club. Ending home working policy. After 3 months in charge, Ratcliffe announced plans to end Manchester United's home working policy. The policy was initially introduced during the COVID-19 pandemic and will remain in place until 2024. In May, Ratcliffe held a full staff meeting, some in person and others online. At the meeting, staff who were reluctant to return to the office were advised to look for other jobs. Other cost-saving measures were also seen by staff, such as having to pay £20 for travel to the FA Cup final. Previously, the club had paid for the trip entirely in 2023. Changes to Manchester United women's team. Manchester United's women's team has been competitive since being promoted to the WSL, including finishing second in the 2022-23 season and winning the FA Cup in 2024. However, some signs of concern have emerged since Ratcliffe took over. In June, it was reported that the women's team's state-of-the-art facilities were being used by the men's team during renovations to other areas of the Carrington training complex. In an interview with Bloomberg, Ratcliffe said the priority of first-team issues had caused discontent among some. In addition, several key women's players left the club in the summer. England goalkeeper Mary Earps joined Paris Saint-Germain, while Katie Zeelam moved to Angel City in the United States. Sir Alex Ferguson's role ends. Sir Alex Ferguson, the legendary manager who last led Manchester United to the Premier League title in 2013, has ended his role as an ambassador for the club. He previously held the role during the Glazer family's ownership, but was dismissed by Ratcliffe. The decision came after a face-to-face meeting between Ferguson and Ratcliffe, in which Ratcliffe explained that the club needed to cut costs and could not continue Ferguson's 7-figure contract beyond the end of the season. While the meeting was amicable, it showed Ratcliffe's courage in taking a step that may not be popular with fans. Erik Ten Hag's sacking. Manchester United had shown their support for Erik Ten Hag by offering him a new contract in the summer. However, just months later, Ratcliffe refused to publicly back the Dutchman. Less than a month after Ratcliffe's non-committal statement in early October, Ten Hag was sacked. The defeat to West Ham was the culmination of a string of poor results in the league and European competitions. In a statement, the club expressed their gratitude for Ten Hag's contribution and wished him the best for the future. United moved quickly to replace him, signing Ruben Amorim for a big fee, while Ruud van Nistelrooy also left the coaching staff within months of joining. Ticket price controversy. In November, Manchester United raised ticket prices to a minimum of £66 for the remainder of the season. This removed discounts for children and seniors, prompting dismay from the club's supporters group. The Manchester United Supporters Trust expressed concerns that the move could be the start of a major price hike next season, questioning whether the club would revert to the old prices after charging £132 for a parent and child ticket. United fans were not the only ones angry about the ticket price changes, with supporters of Everton, Liverpool, and Manchester City joining in a joint protest against the price hike. Ashworth's departure. And Ashworth began his time at Manchester United in July by bringing in several big-name players. Joshua Zirkzee, Matthijs de Ligt, and Manuel Ugarte were among the players he had signed in the short time since his arrival. However, ahead of the January transfer window, the club has decided to look for a replacement to handle future player transfers. This move was made to ensure the recruitment of players who fit the needs of Ruben Amorim. This decision is considered brutal, considering the time and large costs spent to bring Ashworth from Newcastle. However, if done correctly, this change could bring long-term benefits for United. What do you think about the news above? Give your response in the comments column below. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications so you don't miss the latest updates on exciting matches and other football news.